The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Fly motherfucking name Mellroz, big shape heroes. He went from nothing to something, niggas keep frontin'. Play in the background, hop on the whack rappers, put this shit back down. Mellroz and he back now. He ain't ever been nowhere, but he back now. Like, nigga, what? Hey, you ever
wonder
what's going on tonight? I'll call my homie, man. I got dips on D-neck. Pick up, nigga. Pick up. This nigga on his own. Fuck it, I'm dolo. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 3.5 Kings. We are so happy to be a part of your Monday morning. It is a blessed Monday. We're a little early today, 30 minutes early, huh? Rocking with it. What's up with the Kings, man? Talk to me, my brothers.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, man. Good morning. Mr. Uncut is back. Look at the swag on his head.
What happened to the Fabio shirt, fool?
Ooh, I had to road run, so I couldn't even, you feel me? I didn't even want to be under a seatbelt with that, you know what I'm saying, Fabio on. Really, I was going to have y'all call me Jefe today.
Jefe?
Yeah, I was going to come with the Miami.
What does Jefe mean?
Boss.
Okay. Just wanted to check your Spanish.
Boss.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
You didn't
Boss.
know that?
I told you I didn't take Spanish in high school.
Shame on you.
What did you take?
I took French.
You took French?
Oui, bonjour.
Give us one
Bonjour.
sentence in French this morning. Give us a French sentence.
I don't know if I could do that, actually.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't know if I can do that.
Did you pass French?
I passed 1 year French.
That was the bonjour year.
That was the oui, oui.
Bonjour year.
Oui.
Yes.
Bonjour.
Je m'appelle Zion.
Ole Bourgeois.
Je m'appelle Zion.
What's up, man? How y'all feeling, man? World, what's up? We out here. 3.5 Kings. I know y'all missed us last week, man. It was that's how it goes sometimes when you're dealing with an every week situation. Sometimes life happens, and you fuck around and fumble. Sometimes, but we're dedicated not to do that anymore. Had an interesting weekend. I'm sure Mr. Uncut, he's been gone for the last 2 weeks. He's been traveling the world. He's becoming a world traveler. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to talk about his vacations. And where are you going this week? Everybody want to know. Where are you going this week?
I'm stationed at Black Hollywood.
You sure? Beijing's not on the list? Beijing, Japan, nothing like that?
That's in February.
February?
Yeah, that's in February.
The Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah. That's more like May. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get that wave cap from Haiti? Where did that come from? That doesn't look like an American wave cap.
Nah, this that American drip. More like South Central drip. You know
that looks like Snoop Dogg, how he be making his posts.
Exactly.
With the scarf on.
Exactly. It's the same area code. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
That look like the Snoop Dogg, Martha Stewart joint.
When he be talking about Kanye and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, big facts. But, I just came back from Vegas the week before. I was in Miami, then Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Went Cocoa Bay and went to this other island I can't even remember. You know what I'm saying? So it was lovely. Got to see a lot of stuff, did a lot of stuff, jet ski, ATV. So I took the little Gullyville swag out there and did my little thing. It was lovely. And then the Vegas trip with the big homies, shout out to them, man. That was crazy. And just being able to see, like, how everybody, the youngest person outside of me was 29.
Okay.
The oldest was 34. So it was like seeing how they move and how they like have fun was like mind blowing type. And I'm gonna tell you like
Give
this.
me some details, man. Don't just leave it. Don't leave it up to thought. Like, tell me how do fools at 34 move compared to the 22 and the 23s? Like, what's the difference?
I mean, first off, currency is the difference. They out there spending and betting on the table. They coming to the table with $400-$500, and me personally, hey, y'all do y'all. I'm gonna stand right here and act like I'm playing so I could get these free drinks. Because when in Vegas, you get free drinks when you're at the table.
Right.
So I'm getting Coke with a splash of Henny, but I did that 5 times, so I'm lit.
Okay.
So, and then just seeing them, I think they lost like 3 bands or something, 3,500.
Okay.
I'm like, man, cool.
The gambling type.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my money in my pocket and spectate. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm 44 and I don't get down like that.
No,
like, I don't leave my earnings up to chance.
No, real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Like,
and that's the way I was feeling the whole time. But they did this spreadsheet with like college basketball, college football, and this white dude came and he like rapped with the homie B.
The white man.
And he like, hey, I got it's basically a cheat code, and it lets you know like the point spread and who's like favored and who's not favored, and so you get a little like idea on who to put your money on, this, that, and the third.
Did it work?
No.
I don't believe it did. That's the white man. Believe me, I know about betting.
But look, I threw the dub in for just the fun of it and said, fuck it. If it
Did you hit?
It didn't. But if it did, I would have got 22% or whatever they made. So it's like, okay, I would probably double it up. But other than that, it was just for the fun of it, for real. And to be honest with you, they had me, first of all, they had me drinking the Jack. I'm like, come on now, this is my pop's drink, man. Hey, this is not
Jack
the swag.
Jack is not actually my drink, but I do drink Jack, but go ahead. I drink Jack, but it's not my drink.
That's not like your go-to drink?
No, it's not my go-to drink. I do drink Jack, though. I do drink, but that's not my go-to drink.
God damn, y'all got me off my dad drink, man. It's not... And now when I say that Jack had me down...
Oh yeah, it's a grown... That's the 29, 34 drink. When you like 22, you got to do Hennessy and Douce and Patron.
I'm
when
just
you on
Douce.
Jack, when you on Jack, you like... It's about to be a good night.
They was at the table. My head was on the wall. Bro said, hey, you want the key? I said, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, man, down?
I said, hell yeah. I'm about to go lay down, fool.
He done showed his age. He's like, yeah, somebody bring me a blankie.
Somebody call 911. Hey, I was down.
Bring me a blankie.
But I have fun, though. Yeah, I have fun.
Where'd you stay at?
The Link.
The Link. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, LINQ. It was solid. It was right there on the promenade. It was a promenade on there. We slid off. We went downtown Vegas. We went to this little breakfast spot. It was called, it was like yolks and something. I don't really remember, but they had a 3-meat pancake.
A 3-meat pancake?
So they had the sausage, the bacon, and the ham inside the pancake, and the pancakes was like giant. You know what I'm talking about?
Ever since I did my 3-meat enchilada, nigga want to do 3-meat pancake. You know what I mean?
Hey.
I thought I was on something new.
That joint smacked, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I
think that was inside the pancake batter?
Yeah. It was inside the pancake. Like, when you cut the pancake open, you cutting sausages, ham, bacon, all that.
That sounds delicious right now.
Yeah. And then Giorgiano's, you heard of that?
No.
It's a pizza spot. They got... the pizza looked like a cake. The pizza about this thick. I only had one slice, and that was it. I'm talking about sausage, pepperoni. It was the same thing, like the same type of meats or whatever.
A 3-meat pizza.
The joint was like this big, though.
Is that the theme in Vegas? 3 meats?
I don't know, but they had me off the 3 meats, no homo. And it was, cracking.
I was saying, you getting real close to...
No homo.
Homo.
You know what I'm saying? No homo. You know what I mean?
Mouzy, what's up with you, man? How was your week?
I've been laying low, just kicking it.
Yeah?
Flying under the radar.
Why are you laying so low at 18, bro? Like, what are you hiding from?
I'm not really hiding from anything, just...
When a nigga lay low, he's hiding. I owe $1. When you lay low, that's hiding.
I'm kicking it, just doing me for a minute. He honest, Mr. Uncutt. That's
What does that mean?
What do you like?
You don't think it's time to turn up the volume on your life?
I'm
time to turn it up a notch.
Taking it slow. You feel me? Not one to rush anything. Jump the gun.
Okay. Well, we got an exciting, informative show for you today. I want to talk about something that has been trending in the barbershop. The king of R&B. Like, who is the king of R&B music right now.
Could you give us a background on how this topic came up in the shop?
And then too, when you say who's the king, are we talking eras or are we talking about?
We're talking eras. This era, we're gonna talk eras, all time. You know,
so
and
2008 to 2018.
That's an era.
I mean, that's a decade. It's a decade.
Okay, so
do you like what's that? How do you classify era? You know what I'm saying? The era of
we're gonna figure it out right now. We're gonna figure it out right now.
For sure. I just wanted a little timeline because you know certain people came out from 2008 to 2018.
Like who?
Jacquees, the person that said.
Yeah, so that was what the whole conversation was about. Mm-hmm. I just found out who the brother was during the conversation. I'm like, I never heard of Jacquees. I thought he was the dude from Love and Hip Hop. I turn on the video. It ain't the same person. So I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is. But I'm looking at it, he got like 55 million hits. And, you know, I was kind of blown away. But what do you think qualifies him? What qualifies you to be the king of R&B? What are some of the things that you have to be considered a king of R&B?
For me, you got to have the time. You got to have like a time frame of being in the R&B realm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have the content of R&B.
What's that mean? The content? The
content is like love, you know, heartbreak, just relationship pointers. And, you know what I'm saying, insight on like the love aspect of like what people go through. I think R&B.
But I feel like that's different for different generations, you know? Like our generation, we don't really talk about love and heartbreak. We talk about sex. That's R&B for the last decade.
And I think that's the problem with some of the music right now. It's not love-based, so it's not traditional R&B. You know what I mean? Like R&B music is supposed to make a lady feel a certain kind of way, a certain vulnerability that I don't hear in the records today. Like R&B music is supposed to make a lady like throw her panties at you, like cry. You know what I'm saying? Like a good R&B song brings out all of these different types of emotions. You know what I mean? Do you disagree or agree?
I mean, but for what Zion was saying, I think they still get those same emotions.
Yeah, I was going to say, I disagree. I feel like our version of R&B is still R&B, you know. It still can make a girl feel the same way or whatever, but...
Because it's like the R&B before... I don't know if this is a good example, but before Diddy like gave Mary the hip-hop sound to her R&B, that changed the R&B sound. You know what I'm saying? So, like...
The sound, but not the content. Like, she was still singing... You know what I'm saying? Traditional songs, but just to a different sound to it.
But that was the evolution at that time of R&B is what I'm trying to get to.
Okay.
Now, the evolution of R&B in today's time has something to do with the content, too. You get what I'm saying? So, at one point in time, it was just the sound that changed. Now, the next wave of evolution was the content that changed. But the genre stayed the same, and I think that's where... You know, where we try to push, because at the end of the day, you try to do something new. You know what I'm saying? You try to bring something new to the situation.
I think it's just vulgar now. I think it's just vulgar. Like it's no room for imagination, no type of you know what I mean?
A sex story has a lot to do with imagination.
A sex story?
Yeah, like singing a sex story has a lot to do with painting a vivid picture for a female. And I ain't gonna lie, like I don't know the song verbatim, but like the song is Trey Songz put it out or whatever, and literally in his song is the play that I ran in the Bahamas with my shorty. So like she sung out the lyrics of what we did, and it was congruent, and it fucked my head up because she sung out.
What were the words?
I don't remember. That's why I said I don't remember verbatim. But like the next,
you got the smartphone. Google the lyrics to the song you're talking about. I would like to hear this play.
I don't remember I don't know the name of it or nothing.
Lies.
I'm keeping it. I ain't got a never ever in my life.
All right.
But it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
at what point because I think R&B music revolves around one of the most important aspects of music. The voice. The voice. The voice. How does he sound? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that taken into consideration right now? The voice?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, the only person that I think you could be talking about when it comes down to the voice is Jacquees.
He got a cold voice?
Nah, he got a cold. I personally don't really like his voice. You know what I'm saying? It's not really my twang, but you know what I mean? A lot of people do. But the only person I feel like you could be really getting at in today's time would really be Jacquees. That's really big, and it's like, all right, bro, is you really singing? Like, can you just take the mic, no music, no nothing, acapella, and really
that's
just,
what I'm talking
you know
about.
what
That's what I think makes the king of R&B. You got to be able to turn the music off and woo.
I think that stilo is a little outdated, but
not the woo, but I mean, like, it got to be some kind of singing.
It would be crazy
like,
to think that like Jacquees can't get on stage with no music and have a shorty throw panties at him. It would be crazy to think he not running that play. He definitely is. And for him to say that he's the king of R&B, I think is almost equivalent to when I think the attempt is almost equivalent to when Kendrick Lamar came crazy on his verse. And it just stirred up controversy. But with Kendrick Lamar, it was like, okay, you can't really, like, even the OGs can't, like, they could say something, but when it's time to go, like, numbers, statistics, it's going to be hard to match up with Kendrick. When it's time to go, like, bars, it's going to be hard to match up with Kendrick. With Jacquees, when you go statistic-wise, R. Kelly fucking over him, Usher fucking over him, Trey Songz fucking over him. You got people that's, you know what I'm saying, been pioneers in the game now, fuck over him on the numbers play. But as far as being hot right at this moment, and Jacquees is cracking.
Who do you think is hotter on the king of R&B level, a Jacquees or a Chris Brown? Would Chris Brown be considered one of the kings of R&B right now?
I would personally say yeah, but
will he be the king? If we had to go back, if you say an era 2008 to 2018, would Chris Brown be the reigning king of R&B?
I mean, Chris Brown is our Michael Jackson.
What about a Bruno Mars?
No, sir.
Why not? Statistically, he's hot.
Bruno's big.
We
talking about serenading the pussy.
Bruno's big.
We're talking about serenading the pussy. I never put Bruno Mars in when I'm serenading some pussy. I've never done it.
We're gonna watch a little vulgar. And that's the thing with R&B music. Like, I think your song should be disqualified if you use the word pussy in an R&B song. Like, I don't think that goes in R&B music. I don't think you could say that. Like, it's just wait.
So pussy is vulgar?
Yes, it is. Very vulgar. We need to censor that when you. Please censor him in his P word. Like,
hold on. So what do you use when you're talking about that? Yeah, when you're talking about that area, what do you use?
It depends on who I'm talking to.
See, maybe that's the difference. Like, because y'all would say that's vulgar, and that's everyday conversation. Like, I would never see that being disrespectful to a young lady or nothing like that. If I was talking about that to her, I would definitely use that word while I'm talking to a shorty.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna see your pussy.
Nah, that sentence was cornball, but
I mean, however it goes.
No. I would use that word though. I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying, give gay to young, but I would use that word though for sure, and I don't see it being vulgar. Like, it just depends on your maturity in the conversation. Like, long as it ain't no, I'm a grabber by the, then you green. But and that might be the like.
Why did you stop right there? I'm a grabber by the, and you didn't go all the way. Like, what stopped you right there?
You the captain of the show, and you said that's vulgar. So I'm, you know what I'm saying, censor myself. I don't need no bleep or nothing like that. I'm gonna censor myself. Okay. But that might be the disconnect in R&B today and R&B that you might be used to, because you used to the. And
no. I'm used to all things R&B, but I'm just saying, like at some point you gotta, it's gotta be like some. When you listen to a lot of music, I think what makes sometimes the song dope is the metaphoric aspects of, like, you don't really know what I'm talking about, but you know what I'm talking about.
And two, it's the freedom of speech within your creativity and within your art. Like, as an artist, I have the freedom to say whatever I like to say, however I like to say it. And,
that's a fact.
And it's power in words. Like, when you say the word pussy, there's a certain power and a certain energy that comes with that. When you say certain words, it's certain powers and energies that come with that to get your point across or to get a certain vibe across. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, really, there should have never been a box on music. There should have never been, because now it's like, dang, they really starting to like become this mass vulgar type community that's making music, when really it's like there's no box on nothing. When
but you don't think there's a level of censorship required in?
Yeah, I mean, in R&B, you can't come like sugar free. You can't come like.
Why not? If you're using pussy, you're pretty much sugar free.
No, it's the way you know what I'm saying, you coming at it. You know what I'm saying? Sugar free coming at it on some like maybe degrading type. You know what I'm saying? But you could always uplift the pussy. You can always, you know what I'm saying? You want me? I'm on phone.
No,
you can always uplift the. You know what I'm saying? But most definitely, as long as you're not coming like sugar free, you green bean. You know what I'm saying? And as long as, but my thing is, in the.
Let me ask you this. What's your favorite R&B song of all time, and why? Your favorite R&B song?
That's really hard.
Give me a couple. Your favorite joints?
I mean, like, one of my favorite R&B artists is Usher.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mess with the whole Confessions album.
Okay.
And that's just off the drip. That'd be my first go-to on some R&B tip. I mess with the whole Confessions album because that's my speed, personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that he talked about. And that's what, for me, that's real R&B. The Confessions album. Like, I cheated. My side John got pregnant. I'm about to come rap with you. I'm going to take whatever come with that. I got Superstar. I got Can You Handle It? I got That's What It's Made For. Like, and that would be my, you know what I'm saying, why? Because for me, that's real R&B. That's real, you know what I'm saying? When I put that song on multiple levels. I could put Confessions on when I'm with the homies. I could put it on when I'm trying to serenade. I could put it on while I'm chilling. So for me, that's my go-to. That's my go-to R&B vibe.
I was going to say, I really don't have like a go-to R&B album or artist, really, because I'm not really one for R&B.
You don't have one song that you rock with? Like,
I mean, it's always songs that, I play throughout the day, like, yada, yada, yada. But I really don't have one that's like, nah, this is you put this on, and I'm singing all the words wherever we, like, nah.
You don't got one of those? Wow.
I don't got one of those.
Mine would be Teddy Pendergrass, Come Go With Me. I think that is the most important lesson in all of manhood. You know what I mean? I just think certain type of eras, they just created a different type of man. You know what I mean? Like there was manly songs, and then there's like kiddie sex songs. Come Go With Me was one of those songs where Teddy macked the lady right out of the club. Said, come to my house. And what I like so much about the song is he never proposed the question, will you come with me? Because when you start giving ultimately what she's going to say is no. If you give her a chance to say no, give her out, she's going to take it. But he always said, come go with me.
She actually did say no.
He did. And he's like, baby, you won't be under any kind of pressure.
No, a lot of times.
He did. And he never asked her. It wasn't like, will you come?
Yeah, he was very persistent.
Very persistent.
Yeah.
Come go with me.
That is how the old
I got it all.
That's an old player.
That's how the old players get down.
That's an old player. Like the persistence.
Young women saying no.
I'ma come for you and only you in this room.
I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. I need you to come with me. I know you look bored. We just go somewhere where it's nice and quiet. Me and you.
No, I feel that, but
we had a party though. We all came to a party and look at it from across the room and say, you know what? We don't want to be here, do we? You don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. You know what? My car's right out front. My car's right out front. Just come with me. No, yes, come with me. Come on and go with me.
That's the old head play right there.
What would be the new play?
Kaylin 2 for real. Pull up. She got right with it. I pulled up and she was like, "I'm with you. I don't know where we're going. I don't know how you like. I don't know what the play is."
Hey, I pull up and she got right with it.
She got right with it.
What the fuck is you talking about, man?
I didn't ask no questions actually. She saw me and it was
the car
like,
game.
Cool.
That's the parking lot pimping.
Yeah,
she's fucking the car, not you.
Hey, it's just, I feel both ways though. You know what I'm saying? It's to each his own for real. Whatever worked for you. You know what I'm saying? You run your play and you be immaculate at your play. But who's the king of R&B for you? You know what I'm saying? And we'll say, because you can't not include Usher. You can't not include.
We're talking about in this era?
Yeah, he's still relevant in this era. Can't not. Trey Songz just dropped the album.
I would say the king of R&B to me would be R. Kelly. R. Kelly. Despite all of his off the court activities, as far as being an R&B genius, sustaining a career, making dope music that people fall in love to, people dance to, people, I would say R. Kelly. Strong.
When we was in the barbershop, I feel like you made a good argument for Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown too.
Is one of those.
Bobby Brown is one of the kings at his peak. Bobby Brown was the king of R&B. I think he was the first person to ever initiate the idea that there can be a king at a particular time. Because
in R&B solely or just in music? Because that would be hard
just R&B, R&B. And what I liked most about Bobby was he had a dope voice. He was like provocative, and he was a hell of a dancer. And I think that's one of the things that makes an R&B artist really dope. You got to be able to perform. You know what I'm saying? This is the only problem I have with R. Kelly. R. Kelly, I don't like his live performance, but when we start talking about
he got too many songs.
Still, like his performance, I don't like his performance.
He got too many. I mean, I'd rather you get through all of them than just to give me like 12.
Nah, give me. Just come on, man, bro. It's like when you go see a Jay-Z concert, bro. He's not gonna do the whole catalog. He not. It's just too many songs. Like I can't squeeze this all into one moment. When you go see the Isley Brothers or people who have hundreds and hundreds of songs, they're not going to try to squeeze them all into one concert. Frankie Beverly is not going to do his whole catalog. You're going to knock out 10 dope songs. You're going to fill them all. You're going to enjoy yourself. R. Kelly tries to squeeze 50 songs in a 1 hour performance.
Lit.
Shit's whack.
It was. Hey,
I was going to say, Michael, why we count out Michael Jackson? Plays like this.
I mean, historically, I'm not even sure if Michael Jackson was an R&B artist.
He was an R&B artist.
Michael Jackson was a pop star,
and that's the only fine
because
line
he
with
was
Chris
so
Brown
famous
too.
from being an R&B artist.
I don't think people was popping in Michael Jackson to go knock something down. Like,
Probably not knock something down, but
no, I've knocked something down with Michael Jackson. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah. And you played it like
but this is
heaven can wait. Heaven can wait.
There's a few dope Michael Jackson songs, but when you start listening to a Michael Jackson,
hey, heaven can wait. I just put y'all on. I'm telling you, I just put y'all on.
When you start listening to Michael Jackson album, he's going to take you to like fast forward.
Yeah,
Michael's going to take you to fast forward. Like, this wasn't for us. Yeah. This is for white people in Japan and all kind of like. Yeah. He has world music. Yeah. You don't know about that?
I mean, I ain't never really heard no Michael Jackson song that I wasn't like, no, this is
like,
this is good. This is good.
It don't matter if you're black or white?
That's different.
That's what I'm saying. Like he will take you in it. Like Michael Jackson could take you anywhere.
That's big different. That's you know, different. Trying to get my emotions and my ideas across through my music.
He was going through a lot. Like, he couldn't even talk about girls. He had to explain so much more.
Michael's in the monkeys.
He had a lot explaining to do.
Michael's eccentric.
He was like, we don't even care if you like girls no more. For you need to clear this up. All it is right here.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, I wouldn't say Bobby Brown. R. Kelly.
You wouldn't say Bobby Brown?
No, I wouldn't say Bobby Brown.
Wow.
R. Kelly.
You lucky Whitney ain't alive, nigga. She would call in.
And I think Bobby would be mad about that because, you know, Whitney was his downfall. So, hey, don't even call on my behalf, Whitney.
No, but she was the one that exalted him to the top of the king of R&B.
But, I mean, like, R. Kelly. With R. Kelly for me is like Lil Wayne. It's like, bro.
Explain that.
Like, you was, like, mad cool when you was cool. And, like, you just not cool no more. So, to hold you to such a high, like, pedestal, for me, like, I could hold Jay-Z as the GOAT because to this day, he's the GOAT. To this day.
So R. Kelly drops a dope, sexy record, it's not gonna go?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he put out like 2 projects in the last couple years and they was floppy. That's what I'm saying. And Wayne just put out a project, and for me, it wasn't floppy, but it's just like, all right, you're not cool like how you was. You know what I'm saying? You just don't have that same coolness.
Are you just on to the next person?
It's not I'm on to the next person. It's just, it's cool until it's not cool no more. You mess with a shorty, you messing with her, it's good for 3 months. Now it's just not cool no more. And that's cool. You still cool and all that. Still love and all that. I know what you put out and what you brought to the table. But as of right now,
and that's to you though. Somebody else is gonna pick up the shorty like right where you left off. Like, yo, you the coolest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, but
who let you go?
R. Kelly dropped something that wasn't cool, and that's just is what it is. So it's hard to still say like you still got it right now because you just put out something not too long ago, and it wasn't it. It was Cookies and the song was called Cookies and Cream. The only song he had on there that was cool was Leg Shaking with Ludacris.
Who are we talking about? R. Kelly?
R. Kelly. You don't even know the album I'm talking about?
I do not. I haven't been following R. Kelly like that.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm just not a person that follow anybody though.
It's not about following. Really it's good music gets filtered and gets played. Like you've heard Jacquees before. We played Jacquees a lot of times in the shop. You just probably didn't know it's Jacquees, but he's gotten played a lot in the shop. You know what I'm saying? And no new R. Kelly has gotten played in the shop. And that's when you know like the music and what's going on right now, because it's going to get filtered and played in the shop. So if it ain't really got filtered and played in the shop for real, it ain't really, you know what I'm saying? And R. Kelly just not cool no more.
I played Jacquees in the shop, and it was like the first time I ever heard this person. Like, I never heard this music before. I wasn't up on none of the songs.
Nah, you just didn't know, but me too definitely plays Jacquees. Like, he messed with Jacquees.
I missed those sessions.
I remember too saying that.
Yeah, you just probably wasn't, you know, you was working and stuff. You probably wasn't tuning in that it was him, but you've heard him before for sure.
I can say I don't really listen to Jacquees either. That's just
he just made a good business move, and now you've never talked about Jacquees. Now you're talking about Jacquees.
Right. So is that part of the ploy? Coming out saying I'm the king of R&B, but really there's no merit.
That was a great business move. Yeah. With social media, like once you say something in social media, it spreads across the whole country, damn near the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So that was a great business move because now people that never heard of him, generations that's above him that have never heard of him, now is talking about him and is going to listen to his music so they can compare him to who they deem is the king of R&B. Now, at the end of the day, it went from 55 million to 65 million. And that's a win because every million views you get on YouTube is 18 bands. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like 8. It's 8 or 18. It's one of the 8s or something like that. But it's big. So, for, you know what I'm saying, the views to go up and all that, the streams and all that, that's big. That's a big business move. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with that for sure.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break, come back. We're going to recap our trials and tribulation in fathering. We had a episode this past week. I'm not sure if Zion's ready to talk about it, but it ended up in a broke iPhone and a lot of controversy. We'll be right back. 3.5 Kings. Oh. All right, what's up? We're back. 3.5 Kings. Mel just brought up an interesting topic, but I want to touch on this real quick. Sometimes it's good to bring real life into this podcast, and this is my everyday struggle in parenting. Once again, we've been having curfew issues. A week ago, Zion came in. He got the look.
Yeah,
hey. Yeah. He came into the house, and I'm going to give you the whole backstory on the whole situation.
And if you can, call in. You know what I'm saying?
I want somebody to chime in.
323-293-3375.
I have a very simple house rule. You cannot come in the house after 12 o'clock without making a phone call and saying, I'm going to miss curfew. And my out for Zion is, if you don't make the call, then stay out. But don't come in my house after 12 without going through the procedures.
Checking in.
Checking in. You got to check in. No matter what's going on. This is a rule, and there is no gray area in this rule. You call before 12, before curfew. If you don't call before 12, don't come home. Because I don't want anybody just turning the key to the house at any time they want to. That's a no-go. Zion was with his mother, and it was about 12:50, and he came home, and I got extremely upset because he broke the house rule. And the thing about this whole situation is he has priors. His name is not Richard, but he has priors of breaking the curfew. And this is why it's become such an extreme situation. And I say to him, we go through the whole process of what's going on, why is this happening, yah, yah, yah. And then he tells me, well, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is too much. I'm not going to. I can't call. That's too much for me. Stop me when I'm lying.
I'm gonna get in and just say, imagine like trying to like, all right, somebody real mad. They're upset, and you not mad. You're not mad though. Like you're really genuinely confused. Like what
what are you confused about?
I walked in, and before I walked in, I was on the phone, right? And I'm turning the key. I'm like, watch, bro. I'm supposed to be tripping.
All right, boom. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Jokey.
Why is Pops going to be tripping?
On some jokey, like, you know, I thought I had a solid alibi.
Wait. But why would Pops be tripping? If that's your idea, why would Pops be tripping?
It was past 12.
And what didn't happen?
I didn't go.
So
I'll give you that.
Okay.
But you knew where I were. You knew where I was. For sure. You knew where I was. I told you exactly where I was.
What does that matter?
And I was with my mom. Like, but that's not the argument. That wasn't where I was going with this. Imagine somebody just really, like, you can see the frustration on their face. Like, Dad is a little smaller than me, so he's animated when this time always comes. And I was standing up. That's what I felt like. I messed up at first. It's like I'm standing up, and I was looking down at him low key. So he felt like he had to get like real rough with me and whatnot. So I was like, damn, I should have been sitting down when this happened, so he could just yell at me.
Yeah,
and I could go, you know what? I'm sorry, but I was standing up, so I was like, I gotta be big right now. So all right. And, you know, he gets done talking. I'm like, you know what, man? I feel like I can't do this no more, man. I just don't want to do this no more, bro. Like, this is something that we keep bumping heads on.
But why, though? Like that. This is what confuses me about the whole situation. We keep bumping heads on it, and it's a simple procedure. Like, it's not complicated. Like, I'm gonna send a text and say, this is what's happening. I'll wait for the response and know what the play is. Like, it's green to come or it's not green. Like, I don't see the.
I feel like, because in every situation, like, certain things just don't spring on you. In certain situations, it just don't even spring on you. Like, you know what? This might be an issue. You need to do this. This might be an issue. And it was just one of those times where I was like, I told him where I was with my mom, and I'm 7 minutes away from the house.
And I'm getting dropped off.
Right here.
By my mom.
What does that matter in the house rule where it says...
It was one of those times where it didn't even spring on me. Like, these are all violations of this house rule.
What is the house rule, though? What is the house rule?
We just went over that.
Yeah, I want you to say it, though, so it's clear to me that you understand it.
Before 12, there needs to be a phone call made if I'm going to come home at 12. After 12, or
and anything. I don't think it's a problem if like he understands now.
I understand.
I think that
it's that he understood then as well. But sometimes you just make a game time decision. Like, I'm going to be responsible or I'm not.
And I think that's how, like, you're making it. And what he's trying to say is the thought process that you're trying to pin on him wasn't his thought process at the time. Now, was he wrong for his thought process? You made the wrong decision. But
I don't understand how there can be a different thought process if there's a rule.
Because that's how people operate. It's not. He's not a machine. He's not a computer. Just because it was broken down like this doesn't mean that he's going to be 10 for 10.
But this is something that we keep going through. So it's not even 10 for 10. Like,
this is a new scenario. He's never, because
and that's what it's always been. It's like different scenarios.
Yeah.
We learn. Okay, now the rule isn't you're out with Mel, so
it's green.
You don't need to call before 12.
Yeah.
Or it's like, all right, you're doing this and this doesn't happen, so yada yada yada. Or you're with your mother, you're down the street. Yada yada yada. It's like, all right,
it's different scenarios.
This is my thought process. It all accumulates into one thing. I am coming home after 12. It doesn't matter. Like, the pregame matters not. The point that I'm coming in after 12, that's when it starts to be a violation.
And that's very much understood. Like,
now,
where you're coming from.
Now, well, that's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
not now.
I don't understand how they can feel like
now.
it's now.
It's not now. It's just that it's just if you're able to take yourself out of your shoes and put yourself in his shoes.
I have.
Then you could kind of see where he got to a crossroad.
I can't though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't see that.
Then you're not in his shoes.
No.
Can you see the crossroad though that he got to? Like, I'm with my mom. I already checked in. We already talked. And
I can't. I'm coming home after 12. Anytime I've come home after 12,
it's not about how you see it. It's about how it is in his shoes at that particular time.
And this is what I'm saying.
I'm asking you, can you step in his shoes at that particular time and say that I see it was a crossroad?
No, I can't see the crossroad.
Then that's the problem. Because
or is that just another excuse to say I'm going to be irresponsible?
Because he said I made the wrong decision. I didn't handle it right, and moving on forward, I know exactly how to handle it.
But we talk about a crossroad. I don't see the crossroad where it's like I don't have to do this now because I'm with my mom.
That's because
I don't see the crossroad.
That's the crossroad, and then I came to where it was like, okay,
I'm with my mom.
I'm with mom. Like, that's the only thing. That's what I kept telling myself. Like, I really did. I'm with mom. I'm not with Mel. I'm not with a shorty.
You kept telling yourself?
I'm with the homies. It was like,
he's saying, why y'all arguing? He kept telling himself, like, I'm with my mom.
Like that. I really thought that was a valid point, but it wasn't. And that's
what
cool. I learned.
And that's cool. And that's cool.
I thought it was a valid point.
It wasn't a valid point.
It wasn't.
But all we trying to say is, for a second, just step in and just say, you know what?
Could you see where I made that mistake?
I can't. I really can't.
And you could say, you know what? I see the crossroad, and I see where you went left.
I can't.
I see where you went left.
This is where it got extremely frustrating. So I said, okay, what were you doing? Yeah. You know what? Let me see the phone. This is after I can't do this anymore. Woo. Because the phone situation came after I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it did.
Right. So, because that was the point I was trying to make. This is like, I can't do this no more. This is too much. Woo, bam, bam, bam. And then it became a situation when you start talking. Like, when you really start getting involved with girls and maybe it's sexual and all these things, this is when you can see when the cat starts to be disrespectful. Right? Because that was a conversation that we all had. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Let's see where your focus is. Let me see your phone. Bam. Scrolling up. Okay, now I see the problem. And at 11:45, this is the person you decide to call.
Because of what?
Because I am so engulfed into females that I'm disregarding the house rule. Like,
but see, what you got to understand is that's one way you can paint it.
Yeah, that's like.
Show me another way. Spin it another way.
What I said when it all happened, I was like, I didn't even think to call you because this was the situation. This is the situation. So I didn't even think. You know what? It's
in my mind. I need to call.
Yeah.
In my mind,
I can't even understand how you could say I'm green like that. Because that's what confuses me when was like, you know, you're about to get in trouble. Like when you turn the key and you're he about to trip.
That was a joke. That was like, because every time it's almost like every time I came in the house, it was an issue. So I'm like, you know what, he finna trip again. And then he tripped, and I'm like, oh my God,
and
he actually
and you using
tripped.
that as if he understood that he made the wrong decision,
because
and,
I really
he
thought
premeditated
cool.
his.
I really thought I was cool. I turned the key thinking it was actually going to be green. I was going to turn the key, and there wasn't going to be an issue.
I don't understand how you came up with that mathematical equation. Every time you come in the house at 12, it was a problem without taking the proper procedures. And this time,
the scenario is different.
The 2 + 2 is going to be 5?
It wasn't 2 + 2 that time. It was 2 + 3. I said, you know what? That looked like 5.
My thing is, I understand where you're coming from. He understands where you're coming from. We can step in your shoes and see your where you could be mad at because he has priors, and for you, it's like, bro, I don't care who you with, what you doing, you just supposed to check in.
The fury came with, I'm not going to do that. That's what he told me. I'm not going to do that. It's too much. All this calling and checking in, I'm good. I'd rather, this is a direct quote, I'd rather go where where I'm not being put through BS. I'm like, I'm putting you through BS?
Are you saying that's where I became disrespectful?
Oh yeah, that was like the ultimate. Like, I'm not gonna do like all these rules, this whole check-in thing. I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm not gonna
speak
do
your
it.
piece, man.
It was more so like I said, like you're dealing with someone who's visibly angry, and you're not. Like the whole time, I was calm, soft-spoken Zion, but he was upset, like physically upset. I'm like, all right, so like, what do you want me to do? Like, say sorry. If I say sorry, this isn't gonna end the confrontation.
No, because the problem, and this is one thing that I think, if you under 21 and you're like not in your own place, like you have to adhere to house rules. If you live in a dorm, like wherever you at, you gotta adhere to the house rules. So it's not just about the nonchalant thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you could break the law. Like, nigga, I just shot a nigga. Like, I'm calm. And everybody come out with guns blazing. You're like, yo, I'm over that. Like, no, bro. Because we'd already had the discussion. Anytime you do this, you're like picking a fight with me.
Wait, yeah, he did say it's like you shot somebody.
Anytime you disrespect what I laid down as the law, this is a law. Anytime you do anything contrary to that and you walk in like it's green, like you are, and this is where I'm coming from. When I was breaking any rule, I accept the punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a time when I went out with your mom, they told me I couldn't go. You can't go. Magic Mountain, you can't go. I said, you know what? I'm going. I woke up at 5 a.m. I put a fake person in my bed. I made it look like I was in the bed. Right? Like, I'm going. I don't care what nobody. They told me you can't go. I snuck out the house at 5 a.m, bro. Laid clothes and had a shoe hanging off the thing. By 9 o'clock in the morning, they was calling around. They came to your mama house. I'm hiding in the closet. You know what I'm saying? We go to Magic Mountain. The limo that we took out there never came. It never came back to get us. We stuck at Magic Mountain. Now I got to call my mama to come to Magic Mountain to pick me up. Point I'm trying to make is, I knew that I was going to get in trouble, and I did not care.
But this is the difference in that situation.
Right.
You set out to break the rule. Like, you went out like, you know what? The rule, I see the rule. I see the line. Right. And I'm going to cross it.
Right.
And that's me, it's more like I'm doing me, and I end up crossing the line like, oh.
No.
And I look up at you.
At this point, you just breaking the rule, bro. Like, we already set it off. Like, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. And anytime you do it, you know you doing it. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how you look at it. Whenever I look at me breaking the rule, it's like me bumping into something by accident. I'm like, oh my God. And you be like, stop bumping into that, Zion. And I try my best not to, and it's like, I bumped into it again. My fault. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna bump it.
No, that's cop out. You got to be responsible, man.
It's not something that's intentional or something that.
That's like it's almost like I took a trip to Vegas, right? And I'm faded. I fall asleep at 5 o'clock. Mind you, I have a shorty right now, right? I fall asleep at 5 o'clock. She's calling me crazy at 11 o'clock. I don't wake up out of my coma till 3 in the morning. And I'm like, yo, I know what it looked like, but it wasn't that. It really wasn't that. And now you mad at me about something because I know how I look. I know the scenario. I know. I get it. But that's not how it is. Now, when somebody on the phone like, nah, you lying at me, woo, woo, it's like, bro, I'm not about to deal with this, fool. Like, come on, bro. I'm telling you this what it is. I'm being 1,000 with you. And sometimes a lie sounds better than the truth. Sometimes a lie sounds better than the truth. And sometimes when you tell the truth, you get a certain level of feedback that's just like, damn, like, one, I don't deserve this. And two, I understand how it looks. I get the scenario, but I'm trying to tell you I was asleep, fool. And I know how it looked, and I know I might have had priors where you didn't see something, and woo, woo, woo. But this time right here, if you could just understand that I really work every day, and I really be getting to it, so I did have a sleeping moment, then cool, you know what I'm saying? And let's build on building trust, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you said it was that? All right, for sure, I'm going to roll with that until I can really like, nah, bro, look, you did this step right. I was watching you. I seen it. I tracked. You didn't even know I was tracking. You didn't even know I was paying attention. I really was paying attention to your fugaziness instead of like, nah, in my head, the way I perceive it and the way I see it, it's just this way, this one way, and this one way only. And I got horse tunnel vision, and I can only see it this way. Then that's when it become hard to talk to somebody. When it's like, dang, bro, like, I'm trying to talk to you from this level. I'm trying to be on this right here with you. But you keep antagonizing me on the level of what I'm not on. And how I know. Like,
bro, but that's different than there's a law in place. Like, okay, I fell asleep and woo, and it's like a first time and you.
No, it's not the first time. I have priors.
However, but
and the law is, bro, answer the phone when I call you. That's the law. Answer the phone.
When I'm calling, when I'm do that,
then I have the ability to listen to what you got to say, and I have the ability to say, you know what, I can see where you're coming from, or I'm not messing with that. I have the ability as the person that is jurisdicting this scenario to say, you know what, I'm going to handle it like this, or I'm going to handle it like this. I can be stern and just have tunnel vision. I have the power to do that. I have the right to do that, and however the situation pan out is how I pan out, or I have the right to, you know what, this how I'm going to handle it.
All right, we out of here. We're gonna touch back on this because this is a very important topic. Because this is the key to life, man. Following the rules, being able to play inside the game, and altering the situation into your benefit. Because a smart guy would take a simple situation like this and master it and put himself in a better place. You know what I'm saying? So if the simple thing to do is just call, me calling is going to unleash all of these shackles that's on me. So if you're being shackled and you don't understand why because you can't follow the directions, start following the directions and watch the chain just get bigger for you. The fact that he has to call in and all that is because he's been off the chain and not adhering to the thing. So, hey, 3.5 Kings, we're going to be back next Monday. Shout out to Junebug, Barber of the Year, Black Hollywood. Catch us there all week, man. Regular hours. Happy holidays to you and yours. Follow me on everything social media at Mellroz, 3.5 Kings, Mr. Uncut, Mouzy Wowzy. We see you next week. Peace. Ready to blow, motherfucker. Ready to burn this motherfucker.